All right, can we start? Kevin, are you frozen? Kevin, you got to
No,
get
I'm
some
just-
energy, man. I could tell by your
I know,
face. You're out
I
of
know,
it.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
what the
think.
hell? What happened? What's going on? You just can't think because I won't give you my topics. You won't need my topics, Kevin.
No, maybe I.
Okay, gifts.
No, I have been.
GIFs or GIFs?
I mentioned that.
Well, let's get into it, Dennis.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Glass got broken, but didn't really spill the sand. As I stumble like a word on a cutlet.
I mentioned this last week that I'm quitting Zyn. So
I
that's
saw you
good.
pull. I saw you pull one out just now. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's hear.
I know,
I want to hear. We can start with that.
I know, but I think it is impacting my mood because I'm usually used to like. Basically, nicotine is just caffeine. So it's just like a constant source of caffeine being pumped through my blood at all times, pretty much. And then if you ever break down the numbers of how much Zyn costs, it's insane.
How much do you think you're spending a week?
So it costs like $6 a pack. And I was probably doing 2 packs a day.
What?
Yes.
Well, that's a $12 a day habit, Kevin.
I know.
So how
I
many
know.
Zyns is that?
40 Zyns.
Are you kidding me? So you're
I
just
know,
never
I
not
know.
doing a Zyn.
Well, so here's where it got really, this is where it
That's
really
almost
got.
$5,000. You can almost put that. That could almost max out a Roth IRA.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do with that money.
Can't suck on that. Put that in your
George,
mouth.
George would be proud of you for that, Kevin.
Yeah, well, no. So I it's not even that. It's like if I was getting full utilization out of these Zyns, I realized I just took a moment and I stopped. What I did was I started every time I finished a pack of Zyns, I just took a Sharpie and wrote like what the date of when I finished it. So like if I finished it on October 1st, I'd write 10-1 on it, just so I could kind of keep a general sense of how many I was doing in a day.
A Zyn tally, if you will.
A Zyn tally, yes, a Zally. And I realized, like, okay, even if I'm just being more cognizant and just aware of that, all of a sudden I was down to 1 pack a day. Like, at least now I'm like actively paying attention to like how many I'm doing. It becomes a habit, and it's not like it's some like weird addiction. It's just like, okay, I'm bored at work. I'm out of Zyns. I'm going to go walk to the corner store.
I have a solution for you. It's
Mhm.
basically free, and this is what I use for people in my house. It's called a binky or a pacifier. Just put that in your mouth.
You know,
and
I was
just
going to
all
say,
day.
Kevin, I was going to ask Kevin if he ever tried sucking dick, but
I can't.
Just go to work with the binky in. Like, it seems like you need some sort of oral thing
I
in your
just need
mouth.
some kind of
Or
I just need a fidget
asphyxiation.
spinner, but I can't do
Yeah,
gum
for your
because I
teeth.
chew. As you can imagine, I chew like a fucking animal.
Fidget spinner in your mouth. If you could get that down.
Yeah, I need
that'd
I
be
just maybe a
sick. That'd be
toothpick.
sick.
Maybe I just need a toothpick.
Oh, yeah.
or something.
No, I feel like I've tried toothpicks before. They're too well, I guess if you get wooden ones, they're too woody, and like it doesn't work. What they should make is like a nicotine toothpick. So one, it does look cool, but it makes it look like you're quitting. So I don't know, Kevin. Maybe
They
maybe
do
you could
have
think,
that.
maybe you
We
could think
have.
about that.
They do have nicotine toothpicks.
No
Yes,
way.
they do. 100% they do. Look
No
it up.
way.
I've seen them before. I've used one before. Absolutely.
You've used
A
a
nicotine toothpick? No fucking
Get
way.
the fuck out-
You mean?
get
I
outta
think you're
here.
thinking mint, Kevin. You're thinking those
No.
mint flavored toothpicks.
Or
No.
he might be thinking of cigarettes.
Yeah, you like the
They're
end of
same
it?
shape.
Look it up on Google. Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Blip NRT
Get the
nicotine
fuck
tape.
out of here! So, like a genius idea by me.
Oh, I might
then.
have to get some of these.
I would.
These, yeah, maybe I'll get on this.
This
Sounds
is good.
great.
So,
$21
just like-
for 60 nicotine toothpicks. How much is? What does that relate to Zyns? How much is like one Zyn worth? You think? This
I
is
think
like
it's 50 cents.
30 cents.
wow.
Well, let me get that. Let me just close out my argument on why I'm cutting back too. So after I started keeping tally of like how many packs I was going through a day, I realized like I that naturally was paying more attention or being more intentional about each Zyn I used. And I realized like during the day, I would pop one in for 10 seconds and then spit it out instantly.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is a waste of, that's 50 cents every time I do that. So now I'm just like being a little bit more intentional, but like I'm not completely off of it, but I'm like, okay, maybe just one after dinner, maybe one like in the morning. And now I'm like down to like less than a pack a day, which has been.
Well, I'm proud of you. Any progress is good.
Yeah,
So.
I feel like I still needed something like that in my life,
Sure.
but I just haven't found the perfect replacement yet.
Well, we found the perfect replacement, nicotine toothpick.
Yeah, but
I think it sounds cool. I
Yeah.
want you to try them out just so you could give us a review on them and let us know how they work.
they just don't. I guess they don't sound that much cheaper.
Or you could
but
just do like the old school and just have a big cigar you keep in your mouth. You don't ever light
just
it.
chew on it, gnaw
Yeah.
on it.
Mm-hmm. In the office, that would be cool.
So I had a cigar like the past 2 weekends in a row. And the first time ever, actually, it was like I was golfing once and had one. And it was like the first time ever I got a nicotine buzz that didn't make me feel absolutely sick to my stomach. And I felt great.
That's how you get caught. That's how you get hooked.
Yeah. And
Were
then
you
the next
inhaling
weekend,
it?
I'm like, no, I wasn't. it was a big cigar and I was just,
Gnawing on it.
and yeah. And the smoke was going in my mouth. The next weekend I got cigars because I'm like, I have craving a cigar. And then I got some for this weekend. So I'm
Oh,
hooked.
nice.
All right.
Yeah,
So smoking cigars is cool.
it is.
Zyns is
It
not
is.
so cool.
No.
Cigarettes are cool. Nicotine toothpicks are probably the coolest, in my opinion.
I smoked a cigarette over the weekend. I was golfing. And the guy in my cart was ripping heaters during the round, and I was like, all right, if I get a birdie or if we get a birdie in this scramble, I'll smoke one of these cigarettes. Nowadays, these cigarettes, they make them burn so fast. Like they have like I guess they have what's called like an accelerator on it. So like I literally took 3 puffs of this, and this thing was gone. I don't know if that was how it was back in
Do
like when
people
we were in
like
college.
that at Burning Fest?
I don't think so. I think it's just like
It's
a
to keep
way to
you
get you to buy
coming
more.
back.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
buying more quicker.
They're. You might just be used to other things. I feel like cigarettes have always been pretty fast, except American Spirits. American Spirits are really slow.
What other things do you think I might be used to? I don't really smoke cigarettes.
I mean, will you pop a Zyn in your mouth? You throw
that's
it out
true.
in 10
That's
seconds.
true. Yeah, that's true. That's
So,
true. Wait, Dennis,
well-
tell us more about when you were smoking a cigar this past weekend.
Yeah, so I went camping. If you want to call it that. I went with my uncle and my 2 kids. He has a $100,000 RV.
$100,000 RV.
Yeah, it's like a
So is it a trailer or RV?
It's an RV.
Wheels and
It's I think
Okay.
it's 20, 25 feet. It's not like a big RV. But it's like a Mercedes and
Right.
engine, and then the back is Airstream, or I don't know, something like that.
Those are two. Yeah, those
Those
make
are two
sense.
very expensive things.
Yes. And so I'm like, let's go camping because I want to take my boys camping. I'm like, this will be the easiest transition going in this RV. So we went to Findlay Lake in Ohio.
Oh, I've been to that. It's over probably like 40 minutes away, right?
Yeah, it's by like Oberlin. It's like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, I went to that. Yeah, that's really nice lake.
It's like a campground there. And so I haven't been camping in probably 20 years.
Same.
And so I didn't realize these campgrounds are basically like a big parking lot, that you
Mhm.
pull up and you're like 20 feet away from the person next to you. It's probably like 1,000 spots in this campground. And then you
I've been to that campground, Dennis. I'm picturing it now. I was shooting hoops at that basketball court there.
Yeah. And so I went there and like we got there and my kids, as soon as we got there, the next 2 hours, they went in and out his door like 500 times. And I felt bad because it was like an expensive RV. And then they both took a shit 3 times
Oh.
within 24 hours in the
You're
RV.
not supposed to do that, right?
No,
You're
because
supposed
then
to
you
limit
gotta
the
like,
shits?
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta pump it afterwards. But yeah, we went like hiking. They had trick or treating, so I got to go to experience all these different people with RVs. And I feel like it's
Ooh.
like
Was it just
I feel like it's like boat culture, which is kind of trashy itself, but like
Mhm.
RV culture is like very similar to that. I feel like.
I've
Hold
gotten
on.
I go to
RV
vape. Yeah.
Depends on where you're at.
Boat culture in
With boats.
Cleveland.
Okay. And also, I feel like RV culture, there isn't a high class RV culture, though, but there is a high class boat culture, which would be yachting.
Yeah, but they're the same type
Agreed.
of people. Same, not yachting,
Yeah,
yachting.
I
but-
completely get what you're saying, Dennis.
Yeah, there's one tier of RV.
There's this driving range over by me that I go to that's called Four Seasons Driving Range, and it's combined with like a dock where like people just dock their boats, and people just like go there and hang out all weekend long and just sleep in their boats, and they just frequent this bar that's there, and there's literally like nothing to do around there, but it's just like
Yeah.
probably 20 minutes from their house and just a way to get away from
It
there.
sounds incredible. That sounds like so much fun to me.
You just kind of
But
sit
the-
outside and just bullshit all day. I guess the difference though, like there's a lot of douchebag boat people. There's not many douchebag RV people because it's like there's nothing that cool about an RV.
Sure.
Where
Right.
like
Yeah.
some people with boats are like, look at this, look how sick this is. But an RV, you're just like, whoa, okay, that's an RV, whatever.
Yeah, they don't have the speakers that face backwards while you're
Yeah.
wakeboarding.
Yeah.
No, there's
What?
definitely douchebag boaters. There's plenty of those.
RV culture is a lot safer. Do you think you're going to buy an RV, Dennis?
Yeah.
Are you in?
Have you
I-
been? Have you pulled them up on Google, trying to check out how much it costs,
They're
how much
fucking-
you can afford?
No, but I know they're expensive. I would I don't know. I like driving across the country and like stuff like that. Just driving
That would be cool.
and camping places, but I don't think Lisa would ever do it. And I probably would like it like once or twice and then be like, every summer this is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like,
and you can rent that RV for
Yeah.
a weekend or for
Did
a
you
week.
like? Did you like the experience in the parking lot camping versus like woods camping?
yeah, I mean it was good for one night with my kids. Like they
Yeah.
fell asleep at like 8:30. So my uncle and I sat by the fire for like 3 hours and we drank.
Just you two?
Yeah, we smoked cigars and drank a whole bottle of whiskey and
Damn.
sang
Oh my
songs.
God.
Yeah, we're kind of sang our
Really?
problems away, baby.
That's kind of cool. Wait, so sorry. Did you say this? Was it just the boys?
Yeah, just me, Freddie, and Ozzy, and my
then
uncle
your
Tom.
uncle?
Yeah,
Is your
Whiskey was-
uncle, what's your uncle's goal with his RV? Because his kids are all grown up now, right?
he travels with his wife. He went all the way to Glacier National Park over the summer, which is in Montana and
Yeah, it's
Damn.
not that-
Idaho.
I was gonna say that's not that far, but
It's far. For
I'm
us.
already. Yeah, I'm already.
It's
over
closer
here.
to you than like it's like 3 hours,
Yeah,
like 6 hours from you, I think, or so.
yeah. I don't even think I flew back in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
I think. We took the train there. It took 13 hours. So the train might be kind of equal to what he did.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's he goes around and just he works out of there. He has the Starlink, which is pretty sweet because my kids got to watch Netflix like while we were driving.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That he probably just drove you all there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does that work out? Can you use because I'm actually going to be next year, we're planning an RV trip around the national parks with the boys.
Oh, you ran an
And-
RV?
Yes, and we're going to rent an RV. How does that work with, like, can you use the obviously not while I'm driving. I can't use the bathroom because I'm driving, but can you use like everything inside of the RV? Does it all function?
What
Like
do
if you need water, like if you need water, can you just like get water out of the sink
While you're
Or, like
driving?
if a microwave, yeah, while it's in motion.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
I
gonna
think
be
you
back
can.
there
Yeah.
whipping up
as
like
the-
an omelet.
I don't know if you should be doing that. But while the thing's on, yeah, that's the best time to use it because the engine's running. It's when you're parked and you're using stuff is when the electricity goes because the engine's not
Sure.
on.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get how that all works.
Yeah.
You don't need to go that
Yeah.
deep.
My uncle though, he has like solar panels on it, so it recharges. So he could technically
Damn.
go for a long time.
How long has he been manifesting this existence of this RV life?
I don't. It all kind of came out. He wears a cowboy hat now.
It sounds like a
uh,
little bit of a midlife crisis.
No,
to be
as
quite
soon
honest.
as my dad sold the company that he worked for, and he was free from the reins of my dad.
Gets a cowboy hat.
Yeah, he's like, no one's gonna bust my balls every day. I can finally do whatever the fuck I want. So
Yeah. He's an RV
yeah,
cowboy.
he also lost like 50 pounds recently. So
Really?
yeah,
How do you do that?
low carb. But I did see him crush
Low
like
carb is,
10 marshmallows, and then when he was after that bottle of whiskey, the old Tom
Bets
came
are
back.
off.
He came
Yeah.
a crawling out, and he was hungry for sugar.
10 marshmallows. That's not that many. If you
There's
look at
so many, dude. That's like half a bag.
that's not that many calories.
No,
it's
yeah,
so
it's
light.
not.
It's just a lot of fucking.
He did wake up
mallow.
the next morning and went right back on it, so I give him props for that.
All right, well, I have a transition for you guys. Dennis, so what kind of whiskey were you drinking?
I was gonna ask about whiskey too.
Old Forester 1910.
Is that a bourbon? Yeah, that's a bourbon,
Yeah,
right?
it's a bourbon.
I saw Old Forester because I was just in Louisville. Louisville is how you say it.
Whoa,
Louisville.
get it right, Kevin.
Yeah, it was.
It sucks because it doesn't sound natural to say it that way, but now that I know how to say it, Louisville.
How was Louisville?
It was great. I put it up there with my top 3 favorite cities: Buffalo, Louisville, and
What's three? Quick.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Mansfield, Ohio.
Oh my, yeah,
We're getting closer.
He's a big fan of Shawshank Redemption.
I want to say
does the
Boston
tour.
or Philadelphia, but I've only really been to those for like an hour. Let's leave 3 tentative. Let's just put it at Buffalo and Louisville for right now. But obviously, if you go to Louisville, I was with a bunch of guys who are like 30 to 40 something, and they love bourbon over here in Southern Ohio.
I got a bone to pick. That was actually. Sorry, go on, Kevin.
But it's funny, Owen, and I think you're gonna sound like a hypocrite in a second because I watched these guys talk about bourbon for like 24 straight hours, 36 hours. It's just like, oh, we're stopping at this distillery. Oh, I picked up this rare batch. I picked up that rare batch. Oh, this bar is serving this thing for 90 ounces. Serving this for $90 an ounce. Like, just like talking about all this shit. I have no clue what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And finally, I was talking to a bartender, and was kind of just like breaking down, like, oh yeah, like, this bourbon, they had to pull out of distribution, so in order to like get it, it's really hard. And I'm just like, this is Pokemon. These adults are playing Pokemon with bourbon, where the only thing, it's Pokemon with the buzz at the end. And it reminded me so much of bird watching too, which is also just Pokemon for adults.
You buy any bottles of bourbon?
I did not. No, I didn't really. No, I was playing golf when they went to like Buffalo Trace and stuff, but I did have some Buffalo Trace, which I will say is probably my favorite bourbon.
I mean,
that I've
every
ever had.
bourbon though, you're like, oh, as soon as you
Yeah,
drink it, you're like,
yeah. I'm sorry.
shit.
It all sucks. I am not.
But
a fan
after
of whiskey.
I do agree. After a while, it gets a lot easier to drink, and it gets
And
you.
it has a nice little like makes you like feel warm to your heart. It
Yeah.
is nice.
And it's a different buzz for sure, but it's not something I'm ever like, this tastes really good.
Or like this, like I wish I didn't have a Coke to like. I always wish I could put a Coke in
Yeah.
there.
It's more like
But-
this bourbon's not as nasty as the fucking gasoline I'm drinking over here. This one's a little less
Yeah,
gasoline-y.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate it from the terms of just like scavenger hunting. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like, and I think you appreciate it more when you get one and it sits on your shelf and you get to share it with someone. But
It's funny because I was reading about this 1910 Old Forester, and when it came out like 4 or 5 years ago, it was impossible to get. Everyone wanted this thing, and then when I go there, there's like 10 bottles of it just sitting there 5 years later. So it's all a game. You're right, where it's like,
yeah,
there's limited amounts of this one, it's brand new, and then 5 years later it's like, oh, it's fine. So they don't give a fuck about the taste.
right. Or it gets popular, so then they start mass producing it, and then it's like, oh, now it's no longer rare. It's
Yeah.
also baseball card culture.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Ryan.
I can appreciate people that like really enjoy whiskey. I just think that there's too many phonies out there that don't actually like it and like just want to do it for camaraderie and pretend like they care. And I got
Dennis
was
holding
actually
up some Four Roses.
that was actually one of my topics. Is that whiskey? I said the whiskey lovers are the lamest, and I just feel like majority of them are faking it. Now I'm not a big fan, but I can appreciate people like people that really like wine or like specific rums. Like I get the whole game. I think that it's fun. I just think that whiskey is full of a bunch of fakers that want to
do
be
agree.
cool.
And I've had enough to know that like the variation on it is not at all at the end of the day kind of tastes like the same stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, maybe.
Did
I
you
don't
go to
know.
any
I
whiskey-
think that
Maybe we just haven't-
it's very difficult to like. You got to have a good like. I don't know.
Did you go to
I was gonna say a good tongue for it, but that just sounds really.
What do you think? Rank these 3 things on a list, Owen. With remove all personal bias.
Okay.
Bird watching,
That doesn't
Pokemon,
get you-
Pokemon Go, and bourbon. Rank them.
So I would say that bird watching. So the
So
best
Owen does
out of
bird
all of those
watching.
is the best. No. Listen, the best out of those is definitely whiskey because you get a buzz from it. There's a payoff.
And there's a physical thing you get to hold,
Yeah,
which is
and it
nice.
feels
Yeah.
better. Yeah, you're consuming it, like seeing it with your eyes. Like I can't taste the bird. Like being able to actually enjoy like the whiskey sounds.
But
a
you
lot
get to
better,
watch
but-
a bird physically move compared to whiskey. You're
Yeah,
just kind
I
of
mean, like I like birds a lot. I like knowing a lot about them, but I mean, drinking whiskey sounds
I
better
have a
than
question.
just watching birds. I think doing them in
I have a
conjunction
question too,
sounds
Dennis, when you're
very
done.
cool.
All right.
That does sound fun.
Would you rather?
Whiskey, bird watching?
You have two options. A guy comes up, he says, I have one of the rarest whiskeys in the world, and I'll let you have a sip of it here. Or another
What do
guy
I gotta do
says,
for this?
I have one of the rare, I know where one of the rarest animals in the world, one of the rarest birds in the world hangs out, and I'll let you watch it.
I don't want a sip of a sip of it. That's not enough. If he gave me a glass of it and I was like, "Ooh, I got to,"
Yeah, I mean, you get
I got
a
to
normal
catch a
glass.
buzz from
Yeah,
it.
a normal glass.
Yeah, I need to feel something.
A normal glass
Or
of
the
whiskey, which is
rarest
like
bird.
a shot, or the rarest bird in the world. You get to like.
Can I take a picture of it?
Yeah, you can take a picture of either one.
Okay, I think I'm gonna pick the bird because it's the rarest bird. I'm gonna take a picture of that bird, and I'm gonna sell the picture.
No, there's pictures of it already. You just get to
What?
see it in
Why is
person.
there pictures? Oh, okay.
You get to see it in person.
I know this exists already. Let me tell you guys of a new business idea. It's called Bourbon and Bourbon. And basically, you just go,
Oh shit!
You go out-
Kevin, that is good. That
You
might
go
be
out-
the new podcast
Yeah.
name.
you go out to somewhere, you try some rare bourbons, you look for birds.
That sounds
It's a great fucking
amazing.
That's
time.
fucking
It's a
sick.
great
That
fucking
is
time.
so good, Kevin.
We
Way
gotta
to go.
start that. This,
That's existed for
You
sure.
think?
It hasn't
No,
been-
dude, this is
all
it
right,
does not
nicotine
exist, but
toothpick
we're-
exists, but not
yeah,
this.
dude.
Let's see. Burden
Look it up.
and
But then, if you wanted to get to wine drinkers, you could do Bourbon and Bordeaux, which is a type of wine. I don't like whiskeys, and so I'd like to go, but I'd like to be a part of this. It sounds very
bird.
nice.
Okay, there's some YouTube channels and some Instagram channels, but I don't see like
Oh, all
Nothing
right. Yeah, like
crazy.
a Saturday. Nobody's making a Saturday tour. And there might be something
I
there.
mean,
And I bet
Kevin,
I could.
there's definitely some money there.
And I think I think I'm in like the perfect part of the country for it, like Kentucky. Just
oh
like
yeah, dude. There's probably some good species of birds too.
that's
So,
what I'm
like-
saying.
Kevin,
So
let's
it's probably
start
not-
it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's talk about it
there's
this
a
weekend.
lot of
George will get into it.
acreage. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
George likes birds
Yeah.
too.
He likes birds and bourbon, I think. So yeah,
George
maybe,
Whoa.
Big likes bourbon.
maybe we could start his little side hustle. Just like every Saturday, we just like arrange a group. Yeah, maybe that's something.
Yeah, I'll fly in every Saturday. No problem. I will be there. Sounds great. I'll tell Sarah that. It's like, no worries. This is our new venture. It's called Burden and Bourbon. Bourbon and Burden or Burden and Bourbon?
Yes.
Bird in with like a apostrophe, Burden and Bourbon.
Sick.
Okay.
Okay.
The only other highlight of the trip from Louisville is Louisville, which I learned. If you guys are curious, when we were there, we went to Paris town. Have you ever been to a Paris town in a city?
Oh, it's like a
Like-
little Italy.
Yeah, they had a Paris town. So I think there must be some kind of like Parisian history there. That's kind of like New Orleans. And you know how people kind of like from New Orleans talk like they talk with a mouthful. I think that's where the Louisville comes from.
I'm from Lafayette.
Yeah, Louisville. I think that's where that comes from.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't like a racist impression. Because even the white guys sound like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I did imagine this guy
Yeah.
saying it was black.
No, I actually
Like,
imagined a
saying it,
white
Kevin.
guy, Kevin, to be
yeah,
honest.
like, yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
fair.
Because
so
I
it's
picture
like it's a
the
toss-up.
gator hunter guy who talked like
yeah,
that.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like everybody in New Orleans talk like that. But the other thing we did, we did two golf outings. One was just a regular outing, and the other one was a scramble, which totally fun, great time. But after that, we found this great billiards bar, which I don't know if you guys have been to a billiards bar, but just like
billiards. I feel
like
like
a
we've
pool
called you
bar.
out for. I get that. I think
Oh.
we've called you out for saying billiards before. Weird.
oh, it was just because it was billiards. Maybe I do say it weird.
Billiards.
Billiards. Okay. Anyways, let me get to what I'm trying to say here. But the reason I love this place was because it was just this giant bar. wide open. You can like have any crevice you want. You're never like packed. And they had a golden tea machine, and we like kept playing golden tea like different outings on it. And I'm like, I'm never gonna golf again. I just want to play golden tea. This is so much more fun. You're playing the most beautiful courses on the planet. We were playing a course that was all the hazards were lava. Dennis, have you ever played a course where the hazards were lava for $16 for 4 people?
No. $16 it costs?
For 4 people, 18 holes.
Oh, yeah, that's a deal. With lava.
Yeah,
right?
it's a long game too.
Yeah, no, you get to sit there for like an hour and a half playing. It's so much fun. I was like, I don't think there's a better video game in the world.
What is Golden?
The worst is
I was gonna say, what does Golden Tee 2024 offer now? Because I probably haven't played it since like 2009.
It's a lot harder.
Okay. I do have a theory though with
there's-
Golden Tees. They just replaced the sign. They never update the game.
I don't think they did for a while, but I think they just recently did because I played it probably 4 years ago with my brother Ryan, and he taught me the trick. Like, you don't even need to pull back the roller ball; you just push it forward.
Oh,
Nowadays, you have to do that. Now you actually have to treat it like an actual golf swing, which is I still.
can you do like a big pullback when the thing's still spinning?
Yeah,
and then you
yes,
go
you can do that still.
really
you can still
fast
do the
forward?
big pullback, and yeah, you know it's a good shot when your hand screeches into the plastic.
Your hand gets pinched in the ball.
Yeah, because that's what the guys are doing, and I was not doing it. But it was so much fun. Dennis, I would, when you're here this weekend, there's Ryan House has Golden Tee. I think we should play, and it'll be
Kevin, you know what game I'm looking for? The game we played last time.
Oh, the punching game.
Punching the bag game. Then we get other people.
Fun.
We get big guys we see around the bar. Be like, let's see how much you can punch.
You see football players.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever played? When's the last time you threw out?
I really want to do. It's the one that tells you how hard you punch.
Yeah.
right?
Yes, and oh my god,
It's very entertaining.
I'm a pussy. I'm such a pussy.
Really?
Kevin spent
can't
so
even-
much money on it. Actually, so did I. My card started getting declined from it because they thought it was like a weird transaction, like $1, $1, $1.
And no, nowadays, and you don't even need to put $1 in. You just tap your card against it. It's so dangerous.
Oh
and you're
man.
just trying to prove that I'm a man. And by the end of it, I would wish they could collect the data and send me a spreadsheet of just like all the punches I threw because they were so.
I feel
pathetic.
like I need to that's another thing, that side hustle that we need to invest in, is just getting one of those and putting it like on a corner.
Yeah, just
It's like a high traffic area. Just have that and have a camera set up and just like that person weighing people.
yeah. Or
Oh,
just like
yeah.
a vending machine. Yeah,
Just-
yeah.
You can.
Or like remember what I told you guys about like the Lyft parking lot where like all the Lyft drivers would hang out like while waiting for airport rides. Just put a fucking punching bag thing there. Those guys will be spending money on that thing all day long. Or like just wheel that up in a truck to any high density area for
Yeah.
an afternoon. Every alpha in the game will be feeding you money, man. We're rolling on the business ideas.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Sushi Glory Hole
I watched half of
on
it.
SNL? Oh, I thought it was a pretty good song.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I
and
know,
the
what is it again? You talked. I saw
'cause-
it somewhere and you talked about it.
I'll give a quick just spiel on why I like Andy Samberg's been back on SNL playing Kamala Harris's husband.
Saw that.
And because he's been back weekly, they did a new digital short this past weekend called Sushi Glory Hole with him and Akiva, the other guy from Lonely Island. And
I want to
just-
watch it.
it's
So don't give it up.
okay. It's just them pitching a business called Sushi Glory Hole, and it's fantastic in my opinion.
Okay, much better than the Please Do Not Destroy guys.
I like those guys, but
Do you?
they might not even be back this season because they don't show them on the crowd. Yeah, they might
Oh,
not be
yeah.
back. I watched both episodes and they haven't showed them at all.
Was that was that last year we saw them, Kevin, live?
Fuck, those guys are funny.
Yeah, they
live.
were
I
really
like
good
that.
live. It was good.
Oh, and did you have any other did we lead in any of the mystery topics you wanted to talk about?
Totally.
Or can you just run us through
I
your
do
hate
want to.
list
All
for
right,
the
I got
week?
another not business idea, but viral idea. If you ever seen people like Kevin, you might be actually good at this. If you ever seen any people blind taste test Diet Cokes and get them all right, like they taste it out of the can, out of the bottle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want to do a video where it's like I'm doing a blind taste test, but it isn't. But it's like milk, water, like whiskey, And like I have to pretend like I know, I like not know, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's definitely the milk, but
Fuck,
it's a whiskey."
that's good.
And I was gonna have that ready to go on pod today to
That's
do it.
funny. You should have done it.
Okay, Can you cut this from the pod, and then I could do it next week or another week?
Yeah,
No,
that
yeah, well, just no, just it's something you've thrown into the universe that I want to see you do.
eventually.
And then yeah, when you're ready to make it happen, make it happen. So the
Yeah, or we could just say it on here and leave it.
the concept is okay. So somebody
Yeah.
blindfolds themselves and they say, "Owen, we are here doing a taste test. You are completely blindfolded. Can everybody in the room confirm that Owen cannot see or
Well,
smell?"
I don't need you don't even need that. It's just a box where you can't. I
Oh,
can't
okay,
see what's
okay.
in front of me. I'll send you a video, and then people are like, one of them's milk, one of them's this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They tell you what they are, but don't tell you what order. So I have to guess. But like,
because it's usually
I
like
don't know. Pretend.
Diet Coke in a can, Diet Coke in a bottle,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah,
hard.
from Wendy's.
Yeah.
People nail it too, which is
I
crazy.
call
That they
bullshit.
get them all right.
I could
I
do
don't
that.
know.
I could do it.
I think Kevin might be able to.
I could
So
do it.
maybe we try that out for you too, Kevin.
Actually, I would like to make a
Really?
statement here. Everybody on the
Go off,
planet is talking about how fucking McDonald's has the best Coke. They have the best soda fountain machine. It's perfectly fizzy, perfectly syrupy. Those people are assholes because Chipotle has the best soda fountain machines. I go to Chipotle for the soda.
I agree.
The-
I actually the other day because I used to get a regular Coke all the time. The other day I'm like, I haven't had a regular Coke in like 5 years, I feel like. And I had it and I'm like, this is so fucking good.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's even the Coke Zero is a lot better than a canned Coke Zero at Chipotle.
Dude, it is. I almost feel like I don't even like. No, I do like Chipotle, but like I feel like I'm more paying for just like to wash that burrito down with that perfect Coke Zero. It is so good.
I'm not a huge pop guy, but I've over the last 2 years, Diet Coke, I've jumped on a train. That's about all I drink. That and Sprite. Normal Coke, it's too much sugar. It fucks
I'm
up my
too far
teeth.
removed. I'm too far removed from it that I can't do it anymore.
Have you
it
guys
just
seen
fucks up my
the-
teeth? It tastes good, but then it fucks me up.
Have you seen the trend with pop now? Because of that show, the Secret Lives of Mormons. I don't even fucking know what it's
Oh
called.
no! I know you're talking about the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yeah, the Secret Lives of Mormon
Yeah.
Wives. So there's these big pop trends, and I guess in like Salt Lake City and stuff, they go to these bars that basically make mixed drinks, but it's like out of pop. So like these people will make take a pop, like a Sprite or something, and add like some syrup in it, some like foam in it, and all this sort of stuff.
And that's so that's
Yeah.
so devious. That's just
Because
that's so bad of them.
there they can't drink coffee,
Mhm.
so they all drink pop instead, and they can drink like Monster energy drinks, Red Bulls, but they're not allowed to drink coffee for whatever reason. So
Yeah, what are those rules? But they also can't they can't do all these things, but they do some of them.
yeah, then they're all like fucking.
Some of those
crazy.
girls drink too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
The crazy thing about these religious rules is just how they just bend over backwards to find workarounds for them. I'm like, you're completely missing the core of like the rule. Like I was just at the Jewish hospital in New York City, and Megan was explaining to me that like on Saturdays or the Sabbath on Sunday you can't ride an elevator.
oh yeah,
But that hospital found a way to work around it where it's as long as the elevator's running nonstop all day
Yes.
long, then it's okay. Like that's not the core of the rule.
yeah.
The rule is
What
like, you're
is
not-
that? I've never heard that rule. That
Oh
is
yeah, they
insane.
can't light a fire or ignite something on the Sabbath. So you can't flick a light switch. You can't do anything that
And I-
will cause like
I think you can,
an electrical
you can't
or
turn on the
Or
electricity.
you can't turn it on, but if it's always
if
going,
if it
then
never
you're
turns
like,
Yeah.
off.
oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, as
Have you
long as
noticed
never turn it off?
on like ovens
fine.
they have Sabbath mode, which is
Yeah,
like
it's
whatever you can like program it and all. It's I agree. It doesn't make.
I'm going
You
Sabbath.
think God's
I'm
like,
going Sabbath
okay,
mode.
they're using version 2.51 of Sabbath mode. We're good here, okay?
Let me check with my lawyer. Yeah, no, it's like I think what the worst part about it to me is like if you understand religion, because I consider myself a spiritual person, like you know that like if there were to be a God, he would understand that the circumstances were different, and he would like be like, okay, like maybe you need to watch a little less football on Sunday on your TV. It's not like he's not going to be like, you can't use electricity at all, but as long as you found a sneaky way to do it, I can't punish
But
you. It's just,
I think the
insane.
argument to that is you're doing something different, at least
yes.
in honor of God, like a
But
sacrifice.
if God, like, you come up to heaven, he's like, that was pretty good. That was smart. You got around it. Like, I'm proud
That
of
was
you.
sneaky.
yeah.
That was
Come
sneaky.
on in.
He's like, I laid the
I
trap.
put that rule in, but like, I get
I
it.
feel like
I don't know.
the Catholic version of that is you can't eat meat on Friday, but everyone's
Yeah.
like, we're having fish fries. We're just gonna eat fucking this type of fish, this type of like. Jesus didn't say this is meat, but a chicken, a cow is a fish, not meat.
But isn't it because Jesus was a fisherman?
I don't fuck. Do you know that for sure?
Yeah. How
He
confident are
was.
you?
He was. Didn't he?
Was that
Didn't
his
he get-
profession?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, fisherman, right?
I know he was a fisher.
He
of
wore the
men.
fisherman's cap.
He's He's
He
a
looked like
boat
real
culture
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, Seattleite looking guy.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I just
I think
Dennis-
that's the reason why they pick fish, and they're like, you can't eat the meat, but you could do fish because Jesus got the
it like
fish.
fuels his business. So basically, he's just
Yeah,
a businessman being like.
Supply
He's
and
really
demand.
good at it.
Everybody's like eating hamburgers, and he's like, let me check with my dad and see what they think. Oh,
Ooh,
Dad
yeah, you
says no burgers on.
Definitely can't eat that today. You can eat this fish though. He's trying to move. He's
Yeah.
moving out last week's fish
And he has just
that's
like
gonna get
fish
spoiled.
sandwiches wrapped in tinfoil. They're like $3.50 a pop.
And he's like, I'm actually not going to eat at all. Not at all for 40 days and 40 nights.
When's the last time you gave something up for Lent?
Oy. I feel like I did something different. And it wasn't just because it was Lent.
January is my Lent.
I was like, this is a good time to do it because I'm supposed to be doing something. But I didn't give something up. I think I like made sure to go to the gym more or something. That didn't work.
You go to the gym a
What,
lot.
you go to the yeah, you're a gym guy.
Not as much as I like. I didn't go more than normal.
All right, tell us about one of your mystery topics, Owen.
You guys don't appreciate gifts. Do you notice that?
Wait,
I'll send a GIF or
Oh, a
meme,
GIF.
and you. Oh, GIF. What do they? Whatever. You get what it is.
I think you said GIF.
yeah, I thought,
Oh yeah.
so just for the record, I call them GIFs, but I can see why GIF would be the more accepted term because GIF does sound like gift and it's confusing. And nobody hears GIF and thinks you're talking about peanut butter. They just know what you're talking about instantly.
The creator of
I'm
GIF
talking.
or GIF, graphical something F.
Intrauterary
Force field. He came out and said the pronunciation is, I think, GIF. He said, so that's what I'm going with.
That's
All
all I had.
Wait, do you send Owen, do you
No,
send
no,
GIFs?
no. But I will send I'll send memes and stuff. I don't get a lot of likes. And I'm like, shit,
Oh.
is it just not funny? But I'm like, it's fucking funny. I know they find it funny, and there's not a lot of interaction. You guys don't ever send them, especially you, Kevin. Dennis will send
I don't share
screenshots from
memes.
Twitter. I know. What's the deal?
I'm not deep on the web right now. I'm just like I've told you guys about this. I have an app that blocks. Actually, Megan has a running joke in my house now that my social media is me staring at my selfie, like a camera, like my phone camera, or looking at my email. That's my social
Just
media,
so
and then
your reel is just a you or your TikTok page.
it's just like me
scrolling,
and like
okay.
how my beard looks from the right, how my beard looks from the left. That's like me, like just staring at my phone.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
or
Good
my
job, Megan. That's funny.
it is. And I've had this joke for a while. I always go like, yeah, I'm off all social media now, so I just stare at Venmo transactions all day long.
There are times where it's like if you're on a plane where none of your apps are working, that you just go through photos and go through random
I do
shit.
that,
So
yeah.
I can imagine how terrible your life is, Kevin.
No,
Especially
it's
if you're
fun.
if you're cutting out Zyns, you're cutting out social
I
media.
know.
We're gonna have nothing left.
I need a nice hobby that's not like it does wear at me. I just don't know how to downtime.
Yeah,
Have
and
a
then
kid.
I found myself. I know that'll do it. It's
have a kid out of boredom. That's why that's why people have them.
No,
Hey, that's a
but
good time to have it.
you'll
That's a good time
you'll
to have
figure
it.
out what you do in your downtime. You'll just want to like just do what you normally used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd be like, man, fuck, I wish I could do this and that,
Yeah.
but I can't because I got kids. So
But no-
appreciate it while you got it, Kevin.
Oh, and because I'm not on social media that much, and I am a little bit with like Instagram and stuff, but I don't obviously have anything that I need to share. And then you sent something, and I probably for the most part don't understand it because these memes, they're always like levels to them. So I'm always like, oh, I need to understand what the source material is, and I need to know what the context is. So like a lot of times I don't even look at it because I'm like, I don't even want to try.
That's fine. That helps me out because I'm always afraid to send
Yeah.
stuff to you guys.
Send it.
'Cause
I'm
like,
always curious.
'cause I'm like, oh, they're not gonna like this. And I was like, oh, it's a
No, I
gift.
like it.
Like gifts are
Yeah.
gifts are old. Old people send gifts. You know that. Gen Alpha and Gen Z. I feel like they're not sending gifts.
I'm not a big
What do you
gift
think?
guy, but
I'm not either, but sometimes they're funny. But I think memes are better, or just screenshots from Twitter.
Twitter is phenomenal. Who was talking about that recently?
It's
that
so much
Yeah.
better.
Oh,
than
no.
it
When
has
I-
been.
when I
That
get
For
on
You
there,
page is so fucking
I don't follow a single
entertaining.
soul on there, and it feeds me perfect shit.
Oh,
It
yeah.
knows exactly what I'm looking for.
It also it's like it's uncensored. So like it's like you could get really offensive jokes on there
Yeah.
that you actually really enjoy, but you're like, oh shit.
And
Let's
it
hear
seems
one.
to have
Shouldn't be
lost
like
the po-
maybe I shouldn't be laughing at this.
It seems to have lost the political agenda too. Like they used to just be like all politics, and now I feel like I've lost that. I'm trying to think what the last amazing thing. I'm gonna look at my last Twitter like was. You
that
guys-
you liked.
yeah, why'd you get off
Yeah,
Twitter,
it's-
Kevin? I feel like you're one of
Yeah,
the few
I
people that
really-
like
I
my
really-
tweets.
And yeah. And I like your tweets too, Kevin. So when
I
you
feel like I've turned this as an outlet into like my thoughts now, which I'd rather have them be a little bit more
Yeah.
evergreen.
My Twitter
Yeah.
is just retweets of
Kevin
things.
with that evergreen word. That's his
Yeah.
favorite
That's his
fucking
favorite,
word. You drop it every two podcasts.
That's his favorite Zyn flavor. He's missing it. Evergreen.
Yeah, what flavor do you chew on or put in your mouth? Whatever you do with it.
Smooth. My favorite is smooth. It's just nothing.
That sounds too like I don't know.
James
won't say it.
Bond ordering a
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That's what I was imagining.
Oh, no, okay. I want to.
But I saw like something funny today where it was about the hurricane that's about to
Yeah, it's
happen.
funny.
And you know how
I'm
you
laughing.
know how scared people are? They're losing
I'm
everything.
laughing.
Let's hear it.
and so you know how that conservatives or like people are saying that the left is creating
Yeah.
hurricanes and
Okay.
pushing it. There's a text tweet it's a meme of Joe Biden texting someone. He says he said, let's get that hurricane machine up to 11 or cranked up to 11. And I thought it's easier to show you than say it. So I bombed that one, but that
No,
was very
let me share what my last liked tweet was. And it's so dumb. Like he needs to just change it back to Twitter because nobody's ever saying X. Drives me
I
crazy.
know.
So I think Dennis will appreciate this. My last tweet that I liked was somebody named Ashley Reese that said, "Just remembered this," and then they posted a video of Connor O'Malley getting asked what his body count is, wearing like he's all sweaty and wearing like a basketball jersey. Just getting off the subway.
Yeah.
So the guy asked him what his body count is, and he goes, and he says, "I've had 103 fever. I've had it for 6 months. There's nothing I can do about it." And then it cuts to him just dancing, like doing this stupid shoulder dance.
Yeah, you said that to me. I really want to see this.
That's the one thing I like about. So I my whole Twitter page is just things I retweet that I think are funny, so I can go back like every
Yeah.
3 months and just rewatch them. It's more of a collection of things.
It is. It's a little bit of curation. I need to get back on there more. I think I need it in my life because
Yeah, because it's not going to take up too much time.
it won't. I think I run out of tweets really quickly.
Yeah.
That
It's not.
For You
It's
page
not
doesn't
as
last that
endless.
long.
I mean, it definitely can be endless, but not as much as like fucking TikTok or Instagram, where you just can scroll
Yeah.
forever.
I was actually trying to unwind for a second before we started recording the pod, so I went on. Do you know who Dan Harmon is? He's
I
the
don't
guy
think
who
so.
created Community and Rick and Morty. and he's always just been like one of my favorite comedians. He's kind of like a Tim Heidecker. And I went down his Instagram, and I was laughing so hard because he just basically he started a post off where he goes, "Hey ChatGPT," like it was one post that said, "Oh, I just met a new friend on ChatGPT." So he messaged ChatGPT, was like, "Hey, can you be like an asshole blowhard person who like basically, oh man, I'm not doing a good job of explaining this, but he's basically trying to like create like an internet commenter that he can just message with directly all the time." Next topic.
I'm so lost.
I'm
sorry.
lost.
So like a troll.
I started thinking about
He
other
basically,
stuff.
like had Chat GPT become like just like a not even a troll, like an incel, just like somebody like where everything you say, that person's just gonna be like wrong, like
Yeah.
actually it's
Yeah.
So he just like kept having conversations with this hunter character that he created. And I was laughing so hard at it.
That is good.
And yeah, I just love shit like that on the internet.
Speaking of internet, you guys ready for what's been coming
Oh.
across my page?
Damn, was that Kevin or was that Dennis that just had that transition?
It was
That was
good.
smooth.
Yeah.
Did you end up coming up with a theme song yet, Dennis?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
But this one's actually a little like I meant to be doing this the last 2 weeks, and I kept forgetting to show you guys about this guy. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before, but something crazy happened with him recently.
He's just gonna show the tar love again. He's like, "Don't you just love this guy?"
I looked back twice. Have you guys ever heard of Nicocado avocado?
I was gonna say, careful.
No, I
he
have
might
not.
have like an explicit name that you might accidentally say.
Okay, so he's basically a huge fat guy that just eats a bunch of food in front of a camera and does sort of like
Ew.
these videos that are like
Is he the guy that got skinny?
that are fucking disgusting.
Why do you think this
Yeah,
is
I know this guy. He got really
Okay,
skinny
don't.
now.
All right, don't ruin it.
Oh,
Listen here.
Why do you think
Excuse
this is-
me, Matt
what-
Stoney. I'm
So he.
How many guys?
I mean, it's
Oh,
crazy
shit.
to think about it. Like, it used to cost millions to advertise on TV, and now
all right. The guy gets.
He's just eating.
Oh,
I
blue
want that
ramen.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay, Dennis, pause it for 1 second. I need you to explain for the listener what we're looking at here really quickly.
Yeah, so it's a big fat guy eating. He eats a bunch of weird food, and that's what he does. And he acts like a total asshole too.
It's more than that. It's just him in front of a camera, like in his terrible apartment.
Yeah, but this guy's getting. I mean, this video got 4.7 million views.
Holy shit! Eating the
Yeah,
world's
he's big.
spiciest blue heat Takis, fire
It's
noodles.
making me anxious, dude. I have to look away.
Oh,
on
and it's
Google.
mukbang, so there's gonna be like a sound element to it.
Yeah, and so
Ooh,
it's like
we remember what mukbang is.
Yeah.
so this guy. He's been around for years, and they've progressively shown him getting fatter and fatter doing these fucking mukbang videos. And then it just came out like a month ago. He released this, and he's been releasing videos the past year, of like being a big fatso. And then it just came out this video.
The future of your business is here.
So he's working for Wix now,
Wix.
graphic
For more-
designer.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
Fuck this guy.
So he came out. He
that's-
lost
Yeah,
a bunch of
do it.
weight, and for the past like 2 years, he pre-recorded a bunch of videos and released them to make it look like he's been fat, and then he just
and
randomly
then lost all the weight.
released this video, and he lost
He
all
looks
the weight.
great.
But then he released a video like a week ago where
He's fat again.
he's fat, and he's saying how he tricked everyone. So no one knows what's real here. I think he actually did.
Oh, that's-
Ooh, I was gonna say, Dennis, he got skinny. Like, I feel like this has been going on for like over a month.
Yeah,
now.
it's been a month.
So.
But then he
okay,
released
so now
another
he's
video.
tricking you out.
It might be only on making out
Who's
with.
he making?
Is he gay?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Okay. Because he looks like he has a boyfriend.
yeah, he's making out with another guy. That's typically a sign of being gay.
I would say so.
But I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Who knows? This is gross. His page is gross. He's
This
just
is
eating
not-
these
yeah.
gross blue food, bunch of big gross food. This guy needs to go away.
No,
He's
this
not?
is not
This is
helping
gro-
the planet.
This is why Kevin has to get off of social media because he comes across things like this
Yeah.
and goes,
All right, listen to this
gets
one.
it.
Yes.
Oh wait, the audio's gone. Oh, it used to be.
Yes. It's really me.
Yeah, Dennis, I don't think this is a good place for the internet to take you. I just think this is like, I don't even know.
I feel like Dennis went too deep in the internet.
Yeah.
And we aren't
Take
for
a
this
step
one.
No,
back.
I don't.
Just
So I don't
yeah.
watch this guy's videos. I was only interested in this transformation thing. That's what I got hooked on. And then there's like videos of people talking about it. Oh, and you've seen
it
it,
got you.
so
I
obviously
saw
you
it,
were
but I
there.
was
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
there.
you were there.
Oh,
You were
man.
touching things.
Speaking-
You were there, man.
Yeah. All right. I plead the fifth.
Hang on one second. I was actually just reading an article today or a few days ago. Man, I have no sense of time. About like the history of YouTube, and it was ranking the 20 best YouTube videos of all time. In your mind, just really quickly, what's the best YouTube video of all time?
The best that I
Best
think,
YouTube
or overall that other people think.
No. I
No,
think
what's
like
your
your
thing?
personal favorite. Like what?
I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but I'll try to think of something that comes to mind. And it's gonna be something stupid that was like funny that I like.
Mine's probably gonna be like a YouTube video or a music video.
Let's just say internet video.
I don't know. I feel like
Oh, that's a good point though, Dennis. Like a lot of music videos, like I think
Yeah.
like This Is America when that came out was like the greatest thing, and maybe lasted for 5 years in my mind.
Yeah, right now, what my favorite thing to watch on YouTube would be like fly fishing videos. But if I were to think one that I can remember, and like reference is the "Would you look at that?"
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was
at
a
that.
big one in your life.
So
That guy's
one
still making stuff, by the way.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I bring that out all the time while I'm at work.
Dennis, give us an answer. It can be you can give us two. You can give us like one just like most rewatchability or like the most impressed you've been, but give us the one that's stuck with you just a little too long.
Shit, you're really putting me on the spot here.
The one that keeps coming to my mind, and it wasn't a YouTube video, but I loved that milk and cereal video.
Oh yeah.
Where it was just
fuck.
the
Owen
two
loved that
guys.
too. I remember.
Yeah.
That was good.
That
that
was-
was like pre-YouTube.
Yeah,
that
it-
was
it
E-Bomb's
was-
world, and
And it was wholesome. Like that's where the internet should have stopped. We didn't
well,
need.
we know what song is the
No,
intro
I
to this.
I'm
this
trying to
one.
standardize it. We just need like a standard song up there.
I agree.
It's too much work.
Man, I don't know. I think recently I've been watching. There's a Tim Heidecker comedy special that I probably put on more than any other one, but no, I can't think of a video.
Yeah, it's not what he was asking.
I
but-
know.
No, yeah, you're not really nailing. Come on, there must be one YouTube video that's
Maybe
really
a
stuck
Tim,
with you.
Maybe a Tim Heidecker video.
General,
But
General
that's
Tim
about
Heidecker.
it that I put on to go to, but I fall asleep.
Maybe something that's stuck.
Oh,
with
there's a Dave Portnoy pizza review that I probably have seen like 10 times. And
Why?
this is better.
yeah, I like it because first of all, he walks out and this homeless lady's like arguing with him and saying like, "Give me a slice." And he's like, "I'm not giving you a slice. You just were so rude to me." And then he's like arguing with this.
which is a healthy reaction.
Yeah.
yeah, like you're a child.
Yeah, and then while he's about to then start the review because he got through that, some other guys walk out and go, "Worst place we ever ate. Worst place we ever ate." And then so that like flusters him. And then
so just pure chaos.
Yeah, and then
he's trying to contain it.
right when that one ends, some like 90-year-old guys is walking up to him. He's like, "I fought a war for you." And he's
I
like
know what
walking the
you-
restaurant.
I know what you like on the internet. I can
Yeah,
sum
that
it.
sounds
You
so
just
much like Dennis.
Organized chaos.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can try to control this shit, but you cannot control anything, my friend. This planet is chaos.
I like
Yeah,
Good luck.
What is it with you? You love
He loves-
love
yeah.
chaos.
He
you
likes
love
glitches in the Matrix or like
when people are just like
fight videos.
raw
you know?
emotions, baby.
crazy interactions.
Yeah.
I think
So
you
you-
just love interactions.
So you do like Safties, right? Like Good Times, just like how raw everybody
Oh,
is
yeah.
in those
Good Time's
movies.
so fucking
Yeah,
good. That
yeah.
movie's
Yeah,
good.
dude, so I've been obsessed with recently the past 2 months the movie Coraline, which is like an animated movie. I watched it with my kids and I'm like, this movie's fucking
Coraline?
yeah, Coraline. And the
Yeah,
whole
I've heard of
premise
it.
of the movie is how like mundane life is, and she's bored and all this sort of stuff. And then she has this crazy stuff that happens to her, and I'm thinking that's what I like. Where, especially with these
Yeah.
raw, it's like here's a mundane situation, but something fucking crazy happens in it.
Yeah, you used to
Did you
call
say-
my life boring, but I feel like you like the chaos.
Do you thrive on chaos? You like tough situations?
I think it's hard for me to relax for sure. Like
Mm-hmm.
if things are going too steady, and I think this is just a family trait of mine, like my dad's the same way, you just start fucking meddling with shit. Like you just don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
you interrupt
Start-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like I mean, I do this a lot with work where it's like, what can I tweak here to see what'll happen? Like,
Yeah.
what'll tweak? That'll make it better, right? It's like playing a slot machine at the end.
It's
of the
like
day.
you get bored. You're like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't do
yeah.
this the rest of my life. Like I need to fucking
I have the same
change
thing, Dennis.
things a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that was good. I'm trying to end this on a strong note, but I had something else to say about Dennis's lifestyle.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Here's what I was gonna say was just Oh, we were talking. I was talking about the Safdie brothers, and you know how they did a Robert Pattinson Batman movie.
Yeah.
I wish they would have had the Safdie brothers direct and write that Batman movie. Imagine how sick that
Oh,
movie
yeah,
would
that
be.
would
just
be.
like the grimiest of grime. Like the villains are just these awful human beings. Even Batman himself is just like an awful human being.
Damn. Yeah,
that would
they
be
need
a
to.
fucking gold movie.
They're like the
It
That would
kings
be
of
really
like
good.
anxiousness and like
And
uncomfortable.
just realism.
Yeah.
Pure realism.
That would be fucking the anxiousness in the movie. And
All right, let's end this on one more topic, though. You guys hear about the Joker being a bust? Are you happy about it or sad?
Well, it's a music. Isn't it a musical?
It's a musical, so yeah.
I think I hate musicals, so that's their own damn fault.
so
But it's sad because I really loved that first movie. That first movie was fucking great.
so I read the same thing, Kevin, and then actually like today, I've been getting a lot of this is why you got to delete social media. I'm on it too much, but getting a lot of feeds of people like, no, I actually like the movie, and they're like, it's a musical, and people are pissed because it's literally a musical where they're singing most of the time and all
yeah.
this sort of stuff, and so I don't know.
So probably it's just a little too heady for like people wanted
Yeah,
that Joker movie, and he just pivoted so hard because
Yeah, why the hell did he do that?
I think it's because he has so much money at this point, and they're giving him so much money that he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want with this money."
I did see.
Yeah, that's my
I
understanding.
did see this. There's this lip reader girl who reads people's lips, and they was reading Joaquin Phoenix's lips at the premiere with Lady Gaga, and when they're giving him the standing ovation, he turns to her and goes, "It's awful. It's really awful." And then she goes, "No, it's not. Don't say that." He's like, "It's awful," basically. So